Ratatouille is a classic French dish. It's traditionally a vegetable stew of eggplant, tomatoes, lots of vegetables. You may have seen this served on pasta or just as a simple side dish, but I love to add an egg to it, which makes it a little bit more hearty, adds a nice healthy protein. So let's get started. I'm starting with one large eggplant. Cut it into 3/4 inch pieces. They don't have to be absolutely perfect, just look for a nice, even size. Okay, so season this very generously. I'm shooting for about a tablespoon of salt. So the salt is going to help draw out any of the bitter compounds. Also, it'll tenderize it, flavor it through and through. So I'll let this hang out for about half an hour on the counter. So my eggplant has salted for 30 minutes. I rinsed it and patted it dry. While that was salting, I got started on the rest of the recipes. I'm going to finish up with cutting up another tomato. This is 2 tomatoes total. Just core out the stem end and slice this into about 3/4 inch chunks. So the tomatoes will get tossed in with those raw. It's almost like a vinaigrette. Add to that 2 tablespoons of fresh thyme, smells great. 1 tablespoon chopped oregano. This is all the flavors of summer. One of my favorite dishes. And then I'm going to toss this with 2 tablespoons of olive oil. It's good. Season with salt. Give it a quick stir. So this will just marinate and become even more juicy and delicious and flavorful while my vegetables are roasting. Now, let's get started on the roasted section. We have the eggplant that we already salted and rinsed and patted dry. I'm gonna add this to 1 onion I already sliced up thinly, 4 cloves of garlic, lots of flavor, 2 tablespoons of olive oil, season with salt, cracked pepper, give it a toss. Let's spread this out on rim baking sheet. When we're roasting, super important to not overload each baking sheet. What will end up happening is the vegetables will steam before they caramelize and crisp up. Let's work on the other vegetables. Take 1 bell pepper, remove the stem, 3/4 inch pieces. Doesn't have to be perfect, just you want to make sure you're evenly sized. That helps for nice, even roasting. Add those to my dish that I already started. Don't worry if you get a couple seeds in there, not the end of the world. And I'll do the same for the zucchini. We're gonna cut 3/4 inch pieces. I like to just have it like this and slice. And slice one more time. More olive oil. 2 tablespoons. Salt. And pepper. Give it a toss here. So we'll transfer it to a rimmed baking sheet. Spread it out evenly. And this is going to roast pretty high, 450 degrees for about 40 minutes or so. Make sure you rotate the trays halfway through so everything's cooked nice and even. So it's been about 45 minutes. I can smell the roasted vegetables. Nice and tender and caramelized. Take the roasted vegetable mixture, slide it off the tray. Make sure you get all the bits. And into the marinating tomatoes. Now we're going to take zucchini, bell pepper mixture, also looking and smelling lovely for the best flavor. So now just give this a nice stir. Okay, everything's nice and combined. So let this hang out while we toast the bread and poach the eggs. I have 8 slices of multi-grain seeded bread. I cut them about 3/4 inch thick here. So brush these pretty generously with olive oil. Nice and even. So we'll broil this for just a couple of minutes. Definitely keep your eye on it. So that is done. Last step, poaching eggs. So I have a pot of very gently simmering water. Again, key, not boiling. So start by cracking 1 large egg into a teacup or ramekin. This just helps keep the white together with the yolk. Set a timer for about 3 minutes and very gently release it into the water. I'm gonna do a few more here. Now, if you always start at, say, 12 o'clock and go around the dial of the clock, you'll know which order to take them out. So halfway through the poaching, just gently release the poached eggs from the bottom of the pan with a rubber spatula. This works great. Super easy. There we go. Now I think it's really helpful to have a slotted spoon and just very gently slide the slotted spoon under. You can get some of that water off in the pan. It's great. You can test the doneness of the yolk. It should feel pretty wiggly. This looks great for me. There we go. Okay, now the best part. Let's eat. To assemble, take a slice of bread, nice and crispy. Top it with your delicious roasted ratatouille mixture. Yum, yum. Oh, this looks so good. Can't wait. Now let's slide one of our eggs on. Perfect. Don't forget to season. This is your all-day ratatouille, poached egg, delicious crunchy bread. Crack our egg. Gorgeous. Love the yolk. It makes quick sauce. Mmm. Divine. Such a hearty, healthy, vegetarian main dish. Great for breakfast, lunch, dinner, anytime you name it.